There are some people who just capture our imagination, aren't they? And Catherine, our Princess of Wales, is absolutely one of them. From the moment she stepped out as a young student on Prince William's arm, we were all fascinated. She was this beautiful, clever, and refreshingly normal girl who had won a prince's heart. It was a proper fairy tale for our times. We've watched her grow from a nervous bride into a confident senior royal, a devoted mum, a future queen. She's become a part of our national story, a constant presence at all the big events, always with that wonderful smile. Her appeal is so easy to understand. She's got this incredible grace and poise, but you still feel like you could have a nice cup of tea and a chat with her. She handles the immense pressure of her role with such dignity. We see her at a glamorous state banquet one day, and then the next she's sitting on the floor, laughing with nursery school children. That mix of regal duty and down-to-earth warmth is her magic. It makes her feel both aspirational and relatable. Through all the pomp and circumstance, there has always been one person who knew Catherine before she was a duchess, before she was a princess. That person is her sister, Pippa. Their bond is something truly special, forged long before palace's titles came into the picture. We all remember that iconic moment at the royal wedding in 2011. There was Catherine, the breathtaking bride, and right behind her, Pippa, the poised and supportive maid of honor. That image of one sister fixing the other's train spoke volumes. It was a global event, but in that moment they were just two sisters looking out for each other. Their closeness has been a constant thread throughout their lives. They grew up together. They went through school together. They lived together in London before William and Catherine were married. They've navigated the choppy waters of public attention as a team. You can imagine the support they've offered each other behind closed doors. They understand the pressures in a way nobody else possibly could. This past year, as we now know, has been unbelievably difficult for the Princess of Wales. It all began quietly, with the announcement in January of a planned abdominal surgery. The palace said she would be recuperating and wouldn't return to public duties until after Easter. At first, everyone wished her well. But as the weeks turned into months, with no new pictures and very little information, a vacuum formed. And as we all know, nature, the internet, abhors a vacuum. The silence became deafening, and it was filled with the most extraordinary and often unkind speculation online. The release of that lovely Mother's Day photograph was meant to reassure everyone, but then it backfired spectacularly when tiny inconsistencies were spotted. The princess herself had to come out and apologize for any confusion. Instead of calming things down, it threw fuel on the fire. In the midst of this carefully managed silence, any word from the inner circle carries enormous weight. There is no one more central to Catherine's personal circle than her sister. For months, Pippa Middleton has maintained a quiet, dignified silence, fiercely protecting her sister's privacy. She's been seen visiting the family in Windsor, a steady, discreet presence. She has never engaged with the media circus. Her silence has been a testament to her loyalty, a protective wall around her sister and her young family during their most challenging time. She has been the epitome of a supportive sibling, present but unseen. So, when Pippa does choose to speak, or even make a subtle gesture, the world pays attention. It's not about her seeking the limelight, it's the complete opposite. Because she is so private, any comment she makes is seen as significant, as if it's a carefully sanctioned message. Her voice matters because it's authentic. It cuts through the official statements, the sterile palace communications. We know she is speaking from the heart, living through this difficult journey alongside Catherine. So, what has Pippa actually revealed? It's important to be clear. She hasn't sat down for a tell-all television special. Her interventions have been subtle and more powerful for being so. Reports say she's been telling friends about Catherine's strength, resilience. She's spoken about how the family has rallied together. The children have been a source of immense joy and a focus for their mother during this trying period. These aren't dramatic revelations. They paint a reassuring picture of warmth, solidarity. The key is what's not said. She hasn't offered medical details or timelines for a return to full-time duties. To do so would breach trust. Instead, she focuses on her sister's character and the family's emotional state. Emphasizing Catherine's strength pushes back against any narrative of fragility. While undergoing a serious health battle, she remains the determined, capable woman she has always been. A source said Pippa has been amazed by her sister's positive outlook. Catherine is focused on one day at a time, very much engaged with her recovery and looking forward to the future. Pippa's subtle but significant comments have had a noticeable effect on how Catherine's situation is perceived. For weeks, the narrative was dominated by confusion, suspicion fueled by the photo controversy information vacuum. The official palace statements, while necessary, can often feel quite formal and distant. They are designed to protect the institution, protect the individual. Pippa's words, however, have managed to recenter the story on the human element. They have helped to shift the narrative from one of royal crisis to one of family challenge. This shift is incredibly important for the monarchy. It makes the royal family seem remote, unfeeling institution, real family grappling with problems many of us can understand. By allowing a more personal, albeit controlled perspective to emerge through Pippa, the palace gains a level of public empathy that official channels struggle to achieve. The impact of Pippa's words resonates not just with the public, but also deep within the palace walls. The royal family is an ancient institution, often slow to change with a strict hierarchy and established ways of doing things. Traditionally, information is tightly controlled private secretaries' communications teams, Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace. Anyone outside that formal structure speaking out, even with the best intentions, can be seen as a disruption. It's a world where protocol is everything. However, the current circumstances are anything but traditional. With the King, the Princess of Wales, facing major health battles, the old rulebook has had to be adapted. The palace is navigating uncharted territory. In this context, Pippa's role becomes even more fascinating. Her comments, likely made with the quiet blessing of Catherine William, represent a clever and modern strategy. She can operate outside the stiff confines of royal protocol. Thanks to her own bravery and the supportive echoes from her sister, our perception of Catherine has been profoundly transformed. We always saw her as graceful, dutiful and stylish, a perfect princess. But now we see so much more. We see a woman of immense inner strength and incredible courage. The primary question on everyone's mind is, of course, about her health. We all hope and pray for a full and speedy recovery, but we also understand that this is a journey that must be taken at her own pace, far from the pressures of public expectation. When will she feel ready to return to a fuller schedule of public duties? And what will that return look like? It will surely be a gradual process, carefully managed to protect her well-being above all else. Another key question is how this experience will shape her future royal work. Catherine has already dedicated herself to causes like early years development, mental health. Having been through such a personal and public health battle, will she choose to channel her experiences into new areas of advocacy? Her voice would carry immense weight and offer comfort and inspiration to millions of people around the world who are on similar journeys. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more reality-based stories.